interactive session with University of South Wales, and we have with us Mr. Simon Antony, who is the country manager for the university. He'll take us through details on the university, the programs offered, the scholarships offered, and where it is, and how that's going to benefit the students. So I guess we have some students also in the session. What I would recommend is once Mr. Simon would be done with his presentation, I would strongly recommend you to keep interacting with him, and you can have as much information as you can about the university, about studies in UK, right? And then we are here as Oaks. We are here to always support you. Thanks for being here, and I now invite Mr. Simon to take over. Simon, up to you.
So thanks again from Two Oaks for having me in this mix. Uh, so South Wales, I will explain a bit about the location and also the major programs, and then at the end, of course, I can take all your questions. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can type it in the chat box as well. I can take it at the end. So South Wales, the location does play a very important part. And as you can see in the map, we are based here in Cardiff. So you can see it in red. Cardiff is the capital of Wales. So University of South Wales, again, it is based purely in Wales. And we have 4 campuses. They are all within half an hour of Cardiff, which is the capital. Now, the benefit here for students is that one, being in Cardiff, living cost is one of the lowest in UK. In terms of monthly rent for accommodation, monthly rent here for a room is like 300 to 350 pounds. That is one of the lowest in UK. Compare that with London. London right now, the rent is more than £1,000 in central London. So that's a huge difference. Here, with the rent being 300, 350, with food and expenses, student is spending only around £500, which means you can actually save quite a bit of money, doing your part time. And coming to part time in Cardiff, part time is readily available because Cardiff is a very big city. It is a capital of that region, Wales. So there are a lot of industries there. It is a port city. It is a major logistics hub. So besides logistics and everything, we do have a very big IT park here, and a lot of financial institutions and investment firms and even manufacturing we have here. So it's a big city, but the population is quite low. So the population in Cardiff is less than 5 lakhs, which essentially means there are a lot of opportunities, right? So there are ample part-time opportunities here. And the university is very supportive of you getting jobs as well. We have on-campus interview, meaning we have more than 100 companies coming on our campus, and students get to register for the on-campus interview, and you guys get to attend the interviews as well. I will later show on some of the companies coming here as well. I will show all those later, right? So moving ahead, just I'll show you a brief view of our campus. So these are the 4 campuses we have. Again, they are all within half an hour of the capital, which is Cardiff. And on the left side, you can see Treforest, which is our main engineering campus. So all the major engineering programs and even law and certain business programs, they happen in our main campus in Treforest. And right opposite that, you can see the Glendale campus, which is into health and sports related options. So we have multiple health related options like public health, forensics, pharma, and a lot of health and safety options. And sports as well. There are multiple programs relating to sports. So if there are anyone interested in sports, I can definitely help you with that as well. See, engineering, we have all the options, whether it is computer science. In computer science, we have nearly 6, 7 options, everything from data science to cyber security to AI, artificial intelligence, to advanced computer science to IT, all the options we have. And the core engineering, all the definitely the main engineering programs like civil, mechanical, project management, all these we have. And programs very specific to engineering, we have aeronautical and aerospace, which we are very highly ranked. And we also have a lot of companies relating to aeronautical and aviation coming here. So if you have, if there are BTech mechanical students here, that is a definitely a very good option. Um, you know, so we'll cover that later as well. And the other two campus, you can see there is a campus in Cardiff, which is into all the creative options. So programs like film, animation, journalism, and all the creative options we have there. And Newport campus, that is into the global MBA, which is a 2-year MBA, where we can even accept freshers and people from engineering background. The 2-year MBA stands out for us because essentially it is a 2-year program where only the first year is the actual study. The second year is the 8 months of placement. So the program with a guaranteed placement is a MBA, and we have 7 options now for the MBA. I will show that later as well. So I'll just briefly cover the programs, and then we'll get on with the requirements later. So this is a partial view of our main engineering campus. Here it is not just engineering, we have business, psychology and law as well. See, in total South Wales, we have more than 500 programs. So almost every program student is looking for, we would have some option or the other relating to that. Uh, Again, I'm not going more into detail because engineering we have covered. Most of the core engineering options, we definitely have it. Law, we have 3 programs. One is practice, legal practice. The other is commercial law. And then finally, we have law and IT as well. And psychology is again quite popular. We do get students from Andhra, Telangana going for psychology. Our program in psychology is clinical psychology, where you can practice as well. And we have a conversion option where we can take from other background. Uh, See, often students opt for conversion programs where you can change your stream of study from your what you've studied in your degree. So in computer, we have 2 conversion options. One is cyber security, where we can take you from other background. So even you're from commerce or other background, we can take you for cyber security and also for IT. So both of those are conversion. Then, of course, the other core computer programs like data science AI, we would need someone with a computer background in their degree. Right? Now, this campus is mainly again for sports and health. I'm not going more into detail. In health, mainly it is public health, pharma, forensics, and then health and safety related options. Right? This campus is again for creative programs like film, animation, journalism, all these we have here. And Newport campus, see, all these campuses, they are within half an hour of the Cardiff, which is the capital of Wales. And most students, they actually stay in Cardiff and they take a monthly pass and they travel. Classes are for 3 days. So easily you can manage all that because essentially most students prefer Cardiff because it's a very big city and you would easily get your part-time and accommodation. So Newport is again only half an hour away, and here it is mainly education-related programs, social work, and MBA. So MBA is quite popular for us because it's very cost-effective as well. Even though it's a 2-year program, we charge you only for the first year, right? Um, so the MBA we have 7 options now. There is one more additional option in hospitality, but mainly we have the general MBA, the supply chain, the finance, HR, marketing, and then entrepreneurship. So all of these are 2 years, and essentially, you're only studying for the first year, and the second year is a 8 months of guaranteed placement. So we have more than 100 companies coming here, and second year starting itself, we will give you enough interview that you get minimum 8 months of placement. I will show you some companies that we get here as well. So out of the 100, these are the real cream companies we have here. So companies like Legal and General, PwC, Deloitte, Amazon, Hilton, there are multiple very good options. And the 8 months is a guaranteed thing with the MBA. And then finally, it depends on you and how you perform. A lot of students after the 8 months, they do get absorbed in these companies as well. So again, the benefit here is that it is a 2 year program, and then after the 2 years, you of course get 2 year of stay back in UK. So 4 years essentially you are able to be in UK minimum. So this is very much a job oriented program as well, right? So as I said, we are not charging for the second year. So the global MBA, the tuition fee is around 18,000 pounds, and then you get 2,500 pounds of scholarship. So after scholarship, the fees is coming to around 15,400, right? So 15,400, pounds, that is around 15.5 lakhs. That is the amount for the entire 2 years, which is one of the most cost effective option for a 2 year program. All the other 1 year programs, the masters, all the other 1 year masters, the fees is around 14,400. So all the computer science, the health, all those options after the scholarship, it is coming to 14,400. Right? So there is 2,500 pounds of scholarship, which is standard, which every student from India and subcontinent they will get it. On top of this 2,500, now we are doing an additional 1,000 pounds of scholarship. 500 pounds is for students who are able to do the all the documents and the CAS before May 31st. So 500 pounds one deadline is for May 31st. You still have ample time to put in all your documents and get the offer and get the CAS. The other 500 pounds deadline is on April, yeah, August 31st for doing the payment. The 50% is a deposit you have to do. So if you are able to do the deposit before that by August, you would get an additional uh, 500 pounds. Right? So around 3,500 pounds of scholarships in total, which you stand to achieve. Right? So I hope the fee and everything is being clear. Now getting into requirements for masters, generally we require around 60% if you've done a 3 year degree, and if it is BTech or any 5 year degree and above, we need 55. Right? So that is the minimum that we require. 55 if you've done BTech, and 60% if you've done a 3 year degree. And for your English criteria, we require around 65% if you've done CBSE, your 12th English, or 70% if you're from a state board. So if you're from Andhra or Telangana board or any of the other boards in India, it is 70% in English that we require to give you the IELTS waiver. Otherwise, we will need either an IELTS, a PTE, or a TOEFL. So I hope that has been clear. And these are the major points which I wanted to cover. We do have a lot of program options, whether you're looking at engineering, core engineering options, computer science, health related options, sports, and also the MBA. These are the major ones that are a bit different for us. And you can see that, 95% of our students, we are able to place them uh, after the graduation. That is because the on-campus interview is really helping students. You don't have to go outside and apply yourself. You have all these companies coming here, and students from other programs like engineering as well and computer, they can definitely register for these interviews and attend it. Right? So that is the main benefit here. The on-campus interview, they do help a lot. So these are the major things I wanted to cover. Now, if you have any doubts, I can take your doubts. You can type it in the chat box. That would be easier, or you can even unmute and ask as well.
Yeah, hi Simon, Mr. Simon, myself Srinivas.
Hello, Srinivas. How are you?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good, sir.
Hello. Yeah, okay. I have a query. Are there any Masters by Research programs available for this September
Yeah,
2025 intake?
all right. See, right now, all the regular masters, it is in September. We do have masters by research. So, masters by research is also 1 year. And that intake is in October. So, masters by research is there in October. Uh, we have almost all the major research fields, whether it is engineering, computer, health related, even sports options, and business as well. So in M research, the benefit is that you can essentially take your spouse. So if you're married, you can take your spouse along with you. But the
Okay.
criteria here is that for M research, we would need a research proposal. So you would have to give a clarity on exactly what subject you want to do research in, and also how you plan to do your research. The research proposal needs to be around 2000 words. So research proposal is the main criteria. It has to have some proper clarity on exactly what you want to research. And also for M research, IELTS is mandatory. So we require IELTS for M research. We don't take PT or TOEFL for IELTS for M research. It has to be IELTS itself, and IELTS requirement is 6.5 overall, no band less than 5.5. So I hope that is clear about M research.
What is the approximate fee for this M research programs, Mr. Simon?
Yeah. So the fees again is same for the MBA. So after the 2,500 of scholarship, the fees comes to 15,400 pounds. And M research is a 1 year program. And then it has a standard 2 year stay back as well. And essentially the spouse, they can work full time. So when the student is doing part time only, the spouse can do full time.
So this is mandatory for research related programs, right?
Yes, the research proposal is mandatory, and with South Wales we have all the major subjects. Whether you're looking at business, engineering, computer science related, sports, all these we have options for emphasis.
All M research programs offering for which campus? Like four campuses are there for this university.
Yeah. So again, it depends on the subject. So if it is engineering related, it will all go to the main Treforest campus. And if it is business related, it would go to Newport. Again, if it's health related, it would go to the health campus, right? So it depends on the subjects because the faculties are posted separately, right?
Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, do we have any other merit-based scholarships apart from this regular scholarships?
All right. So see, South Wales of fees is already on the lower side, and we do 2,500, which is standard. Now, on top of that, we are doing an additional £1,000,
Mm-hmm.
which again has deadlines. It is based on doing the cash early and doing the deposit early, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the 14,000 would again decrease by £1,000.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's very cost effective. But even on top of that, the Wales government does scholarships depending on the degree academics. So student, they can just search scholarship Wales and they can put a separate application for scholarship. Like
Mm-hmm.
Chevening and few other scholarship options are there in the website.
Okay.
Usually students would require something like a 8 GPA or
Mm.
close to an 8 GPA to be eligible, and it
Mm.
may ask for a small essay as well, right?
Mm.
but we've seen students get additional scholarship even up to 30% of the fee. There some students have received, right?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Is there
Good
any
evening.
IELTS
Good
waiver
evening.
for research courses?
Okay. Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yes, yes. Is any possibilities for IELTS waiver for research courses?
See, M research again. The benefit here is that you can take your spouse, right? And
Yes.
they can work full time. But for us, the two criteria is that one, we need a research proposal. So without a proper proposal, we can't do it. And IELTS is mandatory, so there is no
Oh,
way around IELTS. But I feel the IELTS score is very reasonable because we are asking only 6.5 overall and no band less than 5.5, which is something you can easily achieve. So, you would have to write IELTS, but the benefits are really good in terms of even the fees for the program is very competitive in M Research. You know,
okay.
is a major benefit.
And sir, one of my student having 48% and is looking for abroad education, sir. Is there any possible options for student?
All right. So, below 50%, there are two programs where we accept for below 50. One is MSc Management, where we will accept from any degree background. And, the other is Engineering Management, which is for BTech, engineering students, where again we will accept below 50. So, as long as student is having 45 above, for these two programs, only these two, we will accept a percentage which is below 50. In this case, we will again need either IELTS or a Pearson's test, PT, or a TOEFL. That would be required when you are having below 50.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan.
Simon, there are a couple of questions in the chat.
Okay.
There is one question which states that how much cash deposit amount is required.
Sorry, how much gap?
How much cash deposit?
Okay, cash deposit. All right.
Yes,
So the
yes.
tuition fee, as I said, for general 1 year masters after scholarship, it is 14,400, and the 2 year MBA, it is 15,400. Now the student would have to do half of the fee, which is around 7,000 pounds or around 7.5 lakhs. So 50% of the fee has to be done after clearing the credibility interview. So we do have a recorded interview, credibility interview, and it is only after clearing the interview that we have the student do the cash deposit right before the visit. So it is 50%, and the remaining 50% of the fee, students can do it in a monthly installment. They can divide it into 7 installments and do it as 7 equal installments. So it's very flexible for students in terms of managing your finances.
That's wonderful. So yeah, again related to cash, will there be any pre-cash fee payment, or it is not required?
So, cash deposit is not mandatory for us, but certain programs are in demand. And if there are further delays, it would be advisable to do a small deposit, but it is not mandatory as such. We actually ask for if you are able to do everything, quickly, then you can easily do the interview and then do the 50% deposit, right?
Got it. Shalaja, I hope your question is answered.
Sir,
There
do
is
we have any health related programs? Because I do have two students who are from BDS and MBBS background. Like, can you please suggest me what sort of courses we can suggest to the student?
All right. So, see, most students from this profile, what we offer is a master's in public health. And
Mm-hmm.
master's in public health, the fees is again going to be same. It is around 14,400. And the Wales government do spend quite a bit of money into the public health, and they spend quite a lot of money to the infrastructure and the healthcare in Wales. So there are quite a lot of opportunities for them to get into healthcare as well. So it is a very good option to do public health here. So mainly it is public health that would be apt for them.
Okay. For an MBBS student, any sort of clinical programs, sir?
We don't have a medical related pure program. It is the public health that we offer. Otherwise, in health, mainly it is forensics and pharma, right? And we have certain health and safety programs as well. So these are
Okay.
the major ones in health options we have.
Okay. Anything related to nursing programs, sir, like a student from a BSc nursing background?
Okay. So for us, we do have BSc nursing that is for 12th students. So if you have students who are a fresh pass out, we can consider for BSc nursing. And BSc nursing is a separate intake. It is in April. So next
Okay.
intake is actually April 2026, because April 25 is already filled for us. So if you have
Okay.
fresh students in June or July from 12, we can consider for that. But in South Wales, we don't do MSc nursing. MSc nursing is there, but it is there only for UK students. It is
Okay.
not currently open to international students. So BSc nursing students that we get here, most of them, they actually go for public health.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other doubts?
Yeah. There are again, a couple of questions in that chat box. There is a question: is there any PhD courses?
Is there any PhD courses?
PhD,
Yeah,
PhD courses.
we do have PhD programs as well. So again, PhD will be a bit different because generally it is going to be more than 3 years time. Um, so PhD is also available, and you can take your spouse as well. The difference is that with M Research is that M Research is going to be 1 year. Again, it's a research program, and you can take your spouse. But then it is only 1 year. Whereas PhD would be more. It would be at least 3 years or above. So in terms of cost as well, the cost would increase a bit. Uh, and also technically for M Research, we can take students even from UG option as well. So even students who have just done a degree can go for an M Research, provided your research proposal is up to the mark. Then we can consider you. So all these options are there. PhD is there, M Research is there, and we also have a DBA, which is a doctorate in business administration, which is going to be similar to a PhD. It is designed for people who've done an MBA or something similar in business and have good work experience in business as well, right? So PhDs and DBA would require some amount of work experience, and senior student we would consider for that. Whereas M Research, we can take students who are just fresh pass outs from degree as well, provided they have the required uh, knowledge and also the aptitude to do a research program, which we would filter through the research proposal.
Got it.
Sir, is there any scholarships or stipend options for this DBA?
DBA, see, the first year fee is definitely going to be there. From second year onwards, there are internship opportunities, but then this again would depend on students clearing interviews. So as long as you are good in your studies and you are able to clear the interviews, you would get support.
Can student get fully funded, sir? Like from second year onwards?
Yes. It can be fully funded as well, but again, it is dependent on the student clearing the interviews. we would definitely give them interviews, but it depends on them clearly.
So what is the tuition fee for this DBA, sir?
DBA is again going to be around 15,400. After the scholarship, it is 15,400.
Yeah, and coming to deposit, it's around 50%, right?
It is 50%. Yes,
Okay.
7,500 rupees.
7,500, yeah.
Yes.
Done. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, moving forward, I think there are some more questions. Someone needs clarity again on cost of living around South Wales. Cost of living around South Wales.
Cost of living. Okay. So Wales and Cardiff as such, living cost is one of the lowest. So in terms of rent, you are looking at around 300 to 350 pounds per month, which is one of the lowest. Because if you compare that with central London, London right now the rent is around £1,000. So it's a huge difference. It is only one third of what is happening in London. So when you are essentially spending only 300 to 350 with your food and other expenses, student generally spends only around £500 per month. Which means it's very cost effective. If you're doing around 20 hours per week as part time, essentially you would be earning around £1,000. 1,000 odd pounds is what you would earn, because the minimum wage is common in UK. So out of the £1,000 you are earning here, you are actually saving for some money every month, right? Because you are spending only around £500. So that is where it's really helpful to students in terms of managing their finance.
Okay. And how about job placement assistance? Is there any job placement assistance available with the university?
Yes. So, the university is very helpful in terms of job assistance. So when you do the deposit here in India, from day one itself, you get access to our career portal. It is called Career Connect. And when you are here in India, you would be applying for part-time through that. So even part-times, we, put the options in the job portal, Career Connect. Later on, after your studies, you would be registering for the on-campus interviews that we have. So in the screen, you can see some of the companies, but we have more than 100 companies coming here for the on-campus, and students from every program, not just the MBA, even students from computer or other programs, they would get to see the job positions coming here, whether it is PwC, Deloitte, Amazon. They would get to see the opportunities. They would get to register and attend the interview. That is how we are able to maintain the percentage that 95% of our students, we are able to get them placed after graduation.
Got it. Got it. Fine. This is a question about academic gaps. There is a question. They're asking, how much gap is accepted and how many backlogs the university accepts.
Right. So, see, for a master's program, gap wouldn't be an issue, provided you have the work experience, or any justification. If you had any particular gap due to health issues or something, if you have justification, that would suffice. So there is essentially no limit for masters. For UG, if you are a 12 student, and after 12, if you're going for a degree, undergraduate degree, then essentially we mostly prefer 2 years after 12. Beyond that, you should have done at least some diploma. In that case, we can still consider.
Okay. Got it. There is one more question from Shailaja. She's asking which courses are very popular.
Which courses are popular?
Courses
Okay.
are very
So
popular in the university.
all right. Yes.
Yeah.
So with South Wales, we the MBA is very popular because it is very job oriented, right? The 2 year MBA, it is quite popular. In computer science, the cyber security is very popular and it's a very good program, because cyber, we are a center of excellence recognized by the UK government. And specifically, we have certain departments from the government coming here to do internship for cybersecurity. Data science, we are very well known, and our MSc data science program is very sought after, because in the data science we are having AI, machine learning, and big data analytics. So that is a very good combination. You have AI, machine learning, and big data in a single program, right? So that is also being quite popular, especially from Andhra, Telangana. We get quite a bit of students going for the data science. Again, the aeronautical, as I mentioned in the beginning, aeronautical and aviation, we are very well known. We have all the facilities for it. So if you are a BTech mechanical student, it's a very good option. And we have Airbus coming on campus. You can see Airbus mentioned here among one of our employers. So Airbus again comes specifically to recruit from aeronautical, aviation, and related engineering option, and salaries are amazing for that, right? So these are the major ones. Also, public health is quite popular. We got students from Andhra region going for public health. So these are the major ones.
Okay. There is one more question. Any particular work experience needed for MBA specialization courses?
Okay. See, MBA, we can do freshers. So if you are a fresh degree pass out, we can accept you. We just look at your percentage and your SOP. Your statement of purpose has to be clear on exactly why you're choosing an MBA, right? And we can take students from BTech background as well. In fact, we get students, more students from BTech computer going for MBA finance or other programs, and they would actually be targeting fintech and consulting firms, because as you can see, we have PwC, Deloitte, and a lot of other consulting firms coming here. So MBA finance is quite popular, and in fact, we get more students from BTech computer going for that. Right, so other background is fine, and also freshers are fine.
Okay, got it. And there is one more question, probably from my end. Um, what are the turnaround times for issuing the offer letters and cash?
All right. So the offer letter generally takes around 4 working days. Engineering, certain programs can take up to 10 working days because it goes for a faculty review. Especially very specialized engineering programs like aeronautical and all that can take up to 10. But generally, it is 4 working days for MBA and other management options. And
Okay,
CAS, see, once you've done the credibility interview, usually in 2 days' time, you will get the result. And once you've uploaded all your financials and everything, CAS within 1 day, you will get the CAS. Right? So it's quite fast, doesn't
so
take long.
typically we can say within a week we can get the cash also.
Sorry, could you repeat?
Yeah. I'm saying typically within a week we can expect the cash also then.
Yes, definitely. I mean, once you've submitted everything, done the interview, within 1 week, it'll be done. Entire
Okay,
thing.
okay. There is a question from Sharmili. She is asking, are there any part-time jobs in campus?
Okay. See, there are certain opportunities on campus as well, like the cafeteria and other options that we have on our campus. But more than that, see, we have around 3 companies coming here for recruiting for part-time, specifically that are into hospitality and hotels. So they do come on our main campus, and you can register for that and attend the interview. So even for part time, the job portal, you can utilize that to get part time. And Cardiff, again, it's a big city, but the population is quite low. We are looking at under 5 lakhs. For a big city, the population under 5 lakhs, that means quite a lot of opportunities. You compare that to London. London right now, it has crossed 90 lakhs. So that's a huge difference. That is why here more jobs are available. So all the students we've sent within 2 months, maximum 3 months time, they've all received part time.
Got it. There is one more question from Shailaja. She is asking what is the placement track record for MBA?
Right. So the MBA program, it is essentially 100% placement because we make sure you attend enough interview that you get a job. In fact, the faculty goes behind the student asking which all companies you have applied, why you have not applied, because it is part of the program. We give you the MBA certificate only after minimum 8 months, job placement that you've done. So we have all these very big companies. We also have a lot of logistics firms and other business firms coming here. Essentially, we have more than 100 companies coming here for the on-campus interview, and that is how we are able to place them. So, provided you clear the first year exams, we will give you enough training and enough interviews that you get a job.
Wonderful. Yeah. Any other questions? Devi, any questions from you?
Sir, no, sir.
No?
All right.
How about Pawan? Pawan, you have any questions, or students, you have any questions?
No, sir, everything is clear with me.
Sorry, Pawan, you are not audible.
Everything is clear, sir.
Okay, fine. Oh, some interesting question coming up. This is from Sharmili again. She is asking for aeronautical. Is there any campus space jobs? Okay.
Sorry, aeronautical.
For aeronautical, is there any campus fair, job fairs? I mean, she meant to say any job
Okay.
fairs on campus
Yeah.
for aeronautical.
Yes. All right. See, aeronautical, we would traditionally require students to have a BTech background in mechanical or something related. So these three are very prime programs for us: aeronautical, aerospace, and then aviation engineering. And specific to that, we have Airbus coming here. So aeronautical, as you probably know, is all about designing the aircraft, testing it in wind tunnel and all that, and making changes. So Airbus is a prime recruiter for us. They come on our campus and recruit our students. And the salaries are very good. Relating to that, we have a lot of other companies as well. So we have Rolls-Royce who make the aircraft engine. Rolls-Royce actually makes the engine. And we have Dyson, Aerofoil, and a lot of other related companies which are related to aviation and aerospace as well coming here. So quite a lot of companies that are coming here relating to all these three programs. They are all very good. And depending on your degree background, we can recommend which you can opt for. You know.
Got it. Any more questions, guys? Any questions from the students? I could see a couple of them. Team, you have any questions? Radhika, Srinivas?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir, I don't have any queries.
Yeah. So fine, we'll close the session then. Thank you, Simon. It was really very insightful. Even I could get some good inputs from you, and we are sure we'll have a decent numbers for University of South Wales for the following day. Thank you so much, and we'll connect back again soon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the sessions, and thank you, students, for joining in this session as well.
Thank you.
Again, I hope you've got a lot of clarity about South Wales and our programs. So we are very versatile. We do have quite a lot of programs, and it's really beneficial for students. In case they have any further doubts, sir, you can always contact me, and I can definitely help you out. So thanks
Sure, sir.
everyone for joining in. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Simon. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. Bye.